to help get power restored to our affected customers. We thank our customers for your patience. Please continue to report your power outages, and if you see a downed wire, assume that is an energized power line and report it immediately. Thank you.
We have 80,000 people out right now, technically, close to it. Do you have a time frame of when everybody in Kentucky will have power back on?
That is a great question. So when will power be restored? So we are performing damage assessments. That is critical to the process because that is what our crews are seeing in the field to know what damage we're responding to. So we'll continue working behind the scenes to reroute power where we can to help limit the number of customers affected. But during this damage assessment process, that's going to give us a good assessment of what crews are seeing in the field to get customers' power restored.
How many other people do you have from across the state? I saw Florida, we saw Georgia. How many other counties or linemen are coming up here to help?
So in addition to our hundreds of employees and business partners who are already working in the field and behind the scenes, we're bringing in an additional 700 line workers and support personnel from business partners.
That's not something new that you all do. I know that happens a lot with these kinds of storms, especially the last number of years. How have those relationships over the last number of years really developed into this kind of cohesive unit you all have?
Absolutely. So anytime there are storms expected in our service territory or for other utilities, monitoring the weather ahead of time, working with our utility partners and business partners, assessing how those storm systems are affecting other areas. That coordination takes place year-round, and so that's why it's so critical to power restoration efforts such as this, where we experienced since 9 a.m. 120,000 customers who've been affected across our LG&E and KU service territories. Being able to call on business partners and additional resources to help each other where we can is so important to the process.
So it's 39,000 across Jefferson County. Seems this area was the hardest impacted. What if other areas were hardest hit?
This storm that moved through, it moves swiftly, and it has affected customers across our service areas. So as you continue to visit our online map, you can go to lge-ku.com/storm to get the most current outage update information and important safety information.
For the 700 additional units and everybody that's out here at the Expo Center, are they going to be focusing just on Jefferson County and some of the outlying counties, Shelby, Oldham, or are they going to be going southwest down to like Muhlenberg and Meade and some of those hard-hit areas too?
These additional resources are coming in to support all of our crews. What's also unique about our LG&E and KU service area is as power restoration efforts take place, we're able to move crews and resources to help in areas that are still impacted. So that gives us that ability. We have more than 40 crew locations across our LG&E and KU service territories. So when we say that we're mobilizing crews and mobilizing resources, it really gives us that ability to work safely and as quickly as possible to get power restored to our affected customers.
And when you speak about resources, the governor has declared Kentucky a state of emergency. So how will this help with your efforts?
I'm not as familiar with that offhand. I've not seen that information, but certainly we are seeing, as a result of these storms, we are seeing for emergency response agencies, other utilities, we are seeing the impacts of the storms and all of the combined efforts to help repair our communities.
Liz, you did say earlier that damage assessment is going to be first priority for a lot of these crews when they get out in the field. When does damage assessment for them flip over to restoration? Does it happen pretty quickly, or is it going to be this morning we're not going to see a lot more power come back on? That may be something that happens later this afternoon or maybe even tomorrow.
So we are continuing to restore customers' power in addition to performing those damage assessments to continue to fine-tune the information available to customers. Due to the storm that did move through that affected since 9 a.m. more than 120,000 LG&E and KU customers, we are considering this a multi-day restoration event. So we do understand how this has affected our customers, and we do appreciate their patience during this time. while we continue to work safely and as quickly as possible to get power restored.
Has any of our linemen been shipped out to Iowa, Illinois with that tornado system that came through, or did we help them out anyway? Are they helping us out, or?
Yeah, so back in the restoration efforts that took place in Texas,
Yes.
there were crews that had went to assist. So as with utilities and through business partners, where we can offer support and resources during major restoration events, that is so critical to that process.
Gotcha. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.